It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Today's no different. Today we're back to talk about Garcelle from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because she's seemingly spilling a little bit of the tea when it comes to what she thinks Erika knew. It's interesting. Before we jump in, don't forget, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And trust me, we have a lot coming up. With that, let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so it seems like Garcelle's opening up a lot about what she thinks Erika Girardi knew, what was going on with Tom Girardi, and how she feels like there's a little bit of hypocrisy when it comes to what's going on in this season as opposed to how they dealt with Denise Richards. Now, she's opening up about all of this, and like I said, I found this to be interesting because a lot of the other women aren't really talking about what's going on behind the scenes. Sure, Kyle Richards is a little bit, but it seems like, and this isn't a bad thing, that the women, for the most part, have Erika's back. They feel like she most likely doesn't know a whole lot, except for Sutton, and I'm sure we're going to see that unfold as the season continues. We know that we're going to have this moment where Sutton explains to the women that right now in this moment, as they're filming, she wants to maybe distance herself from Erika because she doesn't want to be tied into everything that's going on. I don't know if you can necessarily blame her because there was a lot going on and the women actually had no clue as to what was happening in that very moment. You have to remember this was filmed a few months prior, so this was kind of happening in real time for them. As headlines were happening, they were filming it. Now, getting back to Garcelle, this is what she said. Everything was developing as we shot. Every day there was a new text that we'd wake up to from production, or there would be a headline that they would text us, or maybe even something we'd see in the news. Pretty much it didn't stop. Now, this is what she was telling Access Hollywood's Housewife Nightcap, but she also kind of made it known that this season was really hard to film, and she's not completely sure if Erika was in the dark when it comes to some of Tom Girardi's shady practices, to say the least. I believe she didn't know all of it, but is there something that she could have known? Maybe. And she also noted that, every marriage has a different dynamic. I believe that I was in the know when it came to everything in my marriage, and then turns out I was not in the know. So when you're dealing with somebody that high-powered, yeah, you would think that she probably wouldn't know everything. Now, of course, there have been, a little bit, it's been rumored and there's been conversation back and forth as to whether Erika was coming to the reunion or not. Now, she even confirmed it on Twitter saying that she will be showing up to the reunion, but Garcelle even pointed out that you really don't have a choice. Everyone's contractually obligated to show up to the reunion. And, like she said, she's got to come to the reunion. She has to show up. If you want to continue to be that diamond holder, if you want to, be a full-time housewife, and if you want to get the rest of your paycheck for that season and probably not be sued for breach of contract, you will be showing up to the reunion, period. Now, also, when it came to Tom's cheating and Erika revealing this on the show, Garcelle even thought it was crazy. She said, if you look at Erika, then you look at Tom, you would have thought that Erika would have been swinging from the chandelier. She doesn't get it, and a lot of us don't really get it. But again, I think when you're playing with somebody who is that high-powered, who can really get away with everything and has all of the balls in his court, if she walked away, he still owns the mansion. He has the income. He supports her lavish lifestyle. Up until, well, he didn't. But at that time, she really didn't necessarily have a choice. That's how she's making it seem. And I know what a lot of fans are going to say, and some of the subscribers, you guys are going to say Erika 100% did have a choice to walk away. And eventually that's what she did because she couldn't take it anymore. Yes, I understand that too. You look at it from both sides, and I'm not defending Erika by any means. And I'm sure some of you guys are also going to say, Adam, you say you're not defending Erika, but you are. That's not true. I'm just waiting to see how this all unfolds. But I can see both sides as, someone who is having their whole life supported compared to, walking away from everything and not knowing where you're going to go. And the only reason I say that is because I've seen people in my family who have been through similar situations. So with that, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. But let's keep it moving. When it came to Erika Girardi's storyline playing out, and if you compare it to Denise Richards, Garcelle pointed out the fact that this whole thing was irritating. Now, she's not the only one who feels this way. A lot of fans feel like the whole thing was irritating too, because it doesn't seem like it's necessarily been fair. Now, she said it doesn't make sense. Some of the women even knew Denise Richards longer than they knew Erika. Garcelle said, I don't get it. It's baffling to me. How come they believe Erika right out of the gate and they never believe Denise, especially when you're dealing with so much bigger issues? Now, Garcelle was also asked by, Access Hollywood about the Real Housewives of New York and if she's been watching, and she made it known, I don't tune in for every episode, but I did tune in to see Ebony K. Williams and see what she was bringing to the table. And she said, I like Ebony, but she also noted this: we're not all the same. Ebony is definitely paying more attention to detail, but I address an issue if it's in front of me. I don't necessarily feel like I need to address everybody else's issues. Okay, Garcelle, we hear you. Now, those weren't the only things that were brought up in this whole conversation with Access Hollywood. She was asked if she's dating, and she was also linked to Miami's Local 10 anchor, Calvin Hughes, but she made it known, no, we're not dating. We've done a few things together and we've been out for dinners, but absolutely not, we're not dating. However, she did say that she is dating. Right now, she's taking this time to explore and she's having fun. Even though we saw on the show, her kids are not all about her dating. At some point, Garcelle will get out there again. I can't wait to see who she ends up being linked to. And when she confirms it, I think that's really exciting. And I also want to see the housewives be housewives. Not necessarily saying that any of the women need a man. I don't feel like that at all. But I do want to see them happy, and I want to see who they end up dating. I think that it's interesting because a lot of them end up dating, powerful people or other celebrities, and you just never know. And sometimes when these matchups come, you're like, what the hell? Where did that come from? All right, guys. Well, with that, we know that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills will be back this Wednesday, which means we'll be going live Thursday to talk about everything that's being shown on our screens. Hopefully, we'll have a few special guests joining us, and I have to kind of wait and see if we can confirm them. I know that you love one of these guests, so let's just hope we can bring it in. Not only that, today we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'll be going live with Jay Henson. Jay also co-hosts Monique Samuel's channel with her, Tea with Monique. I think that he is a great addition to her channel. So we've been talking back and forth, and I asked him, hey, do you want to join me on Potomac? So he said yes. So we'll be doing that at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm sorry for all of you guys on the Pacific Coast. If you're not an early bird, just catch the recap. And then after that, of course, we'll be going live with Layla Lynn at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not just Layla, but also Kempire and the Grace Report. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Now, one question I have for you before we go is, what do you think about Garcelle speaking out about Erika, saying that she thinks maybe she could have known something, but I don't think she knew everything? And also, how do you feel about her addressing the hypocrisy between Denise Richards' situation and Erika Girardi's? Guys, so many questions to which I need so many answers. So if you haven't already, go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Check us out every Monday and Wednesday. Thanks for watching Up and Adam.